Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So 1.3, I want to get a little bit of head start on this. We've got a lot to do in this course and we need to keep moving. That's one of the differences you'll find between this and grade 9 and 10 is that we need to keep moving. So what does it mean to solve an equation? It means to isolate the variable. Okay, so if I have an equation that looks like this, 3x plus 7 equals 6, then isolating the variable means getting this guy all by itself. That's what isolate means. So we're going to take the 7 and move it over to the other side. We're going to divide both sides by 3. And we get negative 1 over 3. So this is what it means to isolate a variable. You get the variable alone on one side of the equation. Isolate the variable on one side of the equation. Okay, so this question is different. This question is going to say solve. Now it doesn't say that anywhere, and it really should. It should say question 1, solve each of the following. There is no question here, so you would be quite right to sit there and say, yeah, that's nice, I'm not doing anything with it. It should say solve. So let's take a look. So we've got two sides of the equal side. So 4y negative 8 equals 3y plus 3. We're going to get all the y's together. 4y minus 3y equals 8 plus 3. You're going to get y equals 11. Life is grand. We should all be able to do that. Over here, life is more interesting. We have this 2 on the bottom, this 3 on the bottom. Your science teachers have taught you to cross multiply. You better be careful with that though, because you can't always cross multiply. There are questions that you can't cross multiply. The best thing to do is to do something called clear the fractions. And the way that you clear the fractions is to multiply everything by the lowest common denominator. So in this case, our lowest common denominator is 6. It's 2 times 3. Now let me show you how this is going to work. If I multiply, oops, that's a 2. If I multiply both sides by 6, 2 times 3, well, think about it. That'll be a 6 here and a 6 here. And since 6 came from multiplying the 2 and the 3 together, each of these, the 2 and the 3, will reduce with that 6. Now remember, that's a 6 over 1. Okay? So that can reduce, and this can reduce. And basically what you've done is you've created a new question that no longer has any fractions. Hence the term, clear the fractions. The fractions are gone. So then you're left with a simple question that we've already handled. So it's going to be m equals negative 8. Okay, over here. Now here's an example that cross-multiply. So cross-multiplying, your science teachers taught you to bring this up, and notice that that's where we end up. Okay, you get the 3 on the other side, you get the 2 on the other side. So their cross-multiplying is just a shortcut. What we're going to do here is cross-multiplying won't work here. It just won't work. Notice that that's 3 over 1. And so my LCD, my lowest common denominator, is 3 times 4 times 1 is 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the fractions by multiplying everything by 12. Okay? And what that's going to do is, since I got 12 from being the lowest common denominator between 3 and 4, they will reduce. Which leaves me with an easier question. 4 times 2x is 8x minus 4. Negative 3x minus 3 equals 36. So 5x, take the 7 over to the other side, will be 36 plus 7. So that'll be 43. So it'll be x equals 43 over 5. And don't expect to get nice numbers all the time. That's a beautiful number. Leave it alone. Don't change it to a decimal. Don't change it to lowest form. Leave it as it is. That's wonderful. Okay, over here, this question here, we can work with decimals if we want. I would prefer not to. What I think I'll do is times both sides of the equation by 10. That's the same as multiplying each and everything by 10, if you think about it. So that 10 will be multiplied by both of those. So what you're going to get is 5x minus 1, x minus 3, equals 40. I don't have to deal with decimals anymore. So it's 5x minus x plus 3 equals 40. So it's 4x equals 37. And then it's x equals 37 over 4. There you go, kids. I'm all done. Let's see if yep. So you've got some homework here. And I expect 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 to be done for Monday. And we'll have a little quiz on that, and we'll move on to factoring. All right, guys. Have a good weekend.